RP the Spirit Animal Club, or I want to get off Jason the Evil Polar Bear's wild ride. What's the result when a bunch of teenagers make shit up for their creative writing exercises, all meditate and have dreams about spirit animal guides and post on a talking cat roleplay forum about it? An evil polar bear that tries to kill you. This is the third write-up I've made about Virtual Warrior World, a Pro Boards Return of the King! Return of the King! Pro Board! Pro Boards roleplay forum based on the Warrior Cats book series by Aaron Hunter, which I've already covered in these two previous posts. Some forum members I mentioned in the first post also show up here, as you'll see later. You don't have to read any of the other posts to get what's going on, but the first gives more in-depth context. The Spirit Animal Club on, Virtual Warrior World. There was a section dedicated to clubs that members could make about their interests. The site admin, Jai, made a fair few clubs of her own and created subwords for them. One of them was a fan club for the Lonely Island, whom you might know as the mastermind behind such iconic hits as Jizz in My Pants and I'm on a Boat. If your club got popular enough, she would make a board for it too. One particularly notable club was the Spirit Animal Club, which a member of the group, Abby, whose character was Skyflight, came up with and Jai made a board for. The club's actual name was Animal Spirits Guides Club, but because that was too clunky, everybody just called it the Spirit Animal Club. The club was about who could write the most creative story about yourself and your favorite animal, finding your spirit animal, and connecting with other members who were communing with theirs. You didn't have to have your own spirit guide to join, anybody could sign up. But the point of joining was that you would somehow find it eventually. Abby's spirit animal was a hawk named Pharaoh. Jai's was an eagle named Baldwin. Most spirit animals were cool or pretty animals in that vein, such as tigers, cheetahs, foxes, bears, panthers, deer, horses, robins, swans, ravens, and wolves. The last one was particularly common for some reason. Rare were the outliers. One had a boa constrictor as their spirit guide, another had a clownfish, and absolutely no one had, say, a slug or mole rat as their spirit animal. I remember this is a thing with otherkin as well. A lot of otherkin, a lot of therians. They're all wolves, dude. They're all wolves and foxes and kitsune and dragons. And it is very rare that anyone's like, yeah, I was an ant in my past life. The club was divisive. It was pretty popular at its peak, around 59 members, but it had its naysayers who wanted to get rid of it. The most vocal of them was Mike, the resident gay admin who hated his job for a myriad of reasons, who thought the whole thing was a creative writing exercise, and by his own admission, also sort of kind of wanted it gone out of spite. He might have succeeded if it had been smaller or less popular, but because Jai herself was a member, it stayed. Other than that, everything was smooth sailing. Discussion centered on how to meditate to find your spirit animal, what your spirit animal was like, what your spirit animal told you today, what your spirit animal ate for breakfast. Okay, not that last one, but you get the idea. One memorable thread discussed past lives. The staffer who later helped with the hack of Vtuber, claimed that she had been a Native American girl in a Seneca tribe who drowned in a river when she was around 12 to 14. Another member named Jenny said she had once lived in ancient Greece and died when she fell from a cliff. Abby had a whole saga about her past life. She had been an ancient Egyptian princess who was murdered by her stepmother for challenging her authority, and she had an evil brother and an older sister, no word on whether or not the sister was evil too, and her father was the pharaoh for a short time, which somehow explained Abby's bad relationship with her own dad, and her mother had been one of the pharaoh's concubines, so her stepmother was hateful because she couldn't have children of her own, and you get the idea. The thread capped off with one or more member claiming her past life had been as a First Nations girl who loved salmon and ran away from home in winter when she was 12, then froze to death, and concluding that was why she hated wearing scarves or hats in winter. Notice that all these past lives ended in dramatic deaths at a young age, and nobody had died from old age or illness. That was the Spirit Animal Club for you. No, because that's not interesting. I need a tragic backstory, goddammit! And if I can't have one because my parents love me and I'm fucking a middle class living in a Californian suburb, then I need to make one up! But alas, such peace could not last long. This leads us to 1, 2, Jason's coming for you. Remember, the outlier with the clownfish for a spirit guide? Her name was Jessica. She was also a staff member. Her character was Sparrowfeather. Her clownfish was named Chloe, and one day in October 2010, she, not the clownfish, made a post that would change everything for the club. I've tried everything possible, but she won't come back. I've imagined myself into the place where I met her, the place where we'd stay, but none of it works. And then, last night, I was in my room and I was trying to imagine myself into the place. It didn't work. Ellipses, comma. So I fell asleep and dreamed I was there. I was walking along the shore of this little pond Chloe likes to stay in there. I was calling out her name, and then this huge polar bear came out. I was afraid, yes, but I know how totem animals can be. Any animal. So I spoke to it. Hello there, and what is your name? Oh wait, no, this is her talking. Hello there. Who are you? What is your name? Have you seen Chloe, the clownfish? And then all I got back in reply was, Jason. And then he lunged at me and I collapsed. And then her was about to like bite my face off. And when this leopard charged him and he flung into the water, she licked my face twice, smiled. I didn't know leopards could smile, and said, hello, call me Amber. I apologize about your loss. Do come back. I have much to share. And then she ran away, and I woke up. The crazy thing is, my arms still felt sore, and they were red when I woke up. Like, not blood, but like, I scratch. What happened? Now this is what I'm talking about, boys. Now this is what I'm fucking talking about. Now this is some real cringe! Now this is some grade A Pro Boards 2010s cringe! In this post, she detailed how she had fallen asleep and dreamed that she was looking for Chloe. When she went to a pond, a polar bear showed up and she assumed he was a spirit guide too. She asked who he was and he introduced himself as Jason before attacking her. Fortunately, a leopard named Amber showed up in the nick of time to protect her. Unfortunately, she woke up with a sore and red arm that left her scratching them. Totally befuddled by the whole thing that definitely happened, she asked what it meant. The first reply was from a member named Jordan. Spirit animals can leave effects and traces in the physical world. Jason is probably a shadow guide. If he attacked you, then you probably deserved it. Have you done anything bad recently? Like, they don't care if it's moderately bad. If a lesson needs to be learned, they're gonna make themselves heard one way or another. Au revoir. Oh yeah, this screams guest user. This screams guest user, or this screams everybody else on the fucking community has 5,000 posts. This person has 10,000 posts, and their profile is blinged out to the max, and everything's like custom. Who also helpfully told her that Jason was probably a shadow guide without explaining what that meant, and then she probably deserved to be nearly killed because she must have been doing something bad to warrant it. Classy. The other replies were about the same level of usefulness, with nobody understanding where this Jason weirdo had come from. Jason? Shadow guide? Alright, let me think if I've done anything bad. I think the worst thing I did was spill soup on someone. I don't think that's actually bad. It was an accident because I got hit with a spoon. But yeah, maybe he is a shadow guide. What about the other one though? Amber? Laughing emoji. I had to laugh when he said spill soup on someone. Okay, I just had to say that I have no advice. Fluffles away. Oh yeah, this reeks of somebody that has like triple the posts of everybody else. I just know. Fernpelt, this bitch, she's the person. She goes through the general board, right? She goes through the general board or like the most active threads. And she posts like constant bullshit like this. Like somebody will like typo something and she's using it to pad her post count. She's like, ha, you spelled the as t. That's so silly. I used to do that. Fluffles away, tilde, fluffles away, tilde. You just know. You just know. You just know, chat. Okay, sorry. Later, Jessica posted again in her thread. I'm guessing that maybe you didn't do anything wrong, but Jason wanted to make himself known. Oh dear Lord, this is scary. This is what happened last night. I was tired after being on the computer for most of today. I went up to my room. It was almost 10. I laid down in bed and closed my eyes. I was expecting to fall asleep, but I landed in a meadow. Amber came to me. Feeling better, child? There are many questions that I can answer, but you must be ready. She purred. Yes, I'm confused, I responded. Jason is not your spirit animal. You must try your best to stay away from him. I will help you, but I can't be your only hope. If he is not my spirit animal, what is he? I thought they couldn't be evil. Chloe came to his human as they called on her darling. The child was killed. Jason is angry at Chloe as he thought she was responsible, and she has needed to hide. Hide from Jason? Yes, child. Shush. Sleep now. I will answer more later. She purred and laid down. Around them, I faded into an actual dream. Later, Jessica posted again in the thread that Amber told her Jason was not her spirit animal and that her clownfish guide Chloe had once been contacted by the kid Jason was supposed to guide. The kid died, Jason blamed Chloe for it, and the fish went into hiding. How exactly a clownfish from the astral plane was able to cause the death of a child went unexplained. Abby's helpful advice. Oh, look at this signature! Oh, fuck, chat, look at, oh god, this signature's so good. This signature is so good. Let me move chat over here. Yeah, now that's a signature. Now that's a signature, baby. Bet this was made in GIMP. Me and Wildstar just dealt with an evil guide like this. Yes, they're demonic. Yes, they can actually hurt you. Yes, I almost really got hurt from one. Don't be scared. I can help you. So can Wildstar. You don't have a single guide, Sparrowfeather. You will probably, will probably never have a single guide. They'll change. You just gotta get used to it. Okay, I guarantee Wildstar is one of their characters. I guarantee Wildstar is one of their roleplay characters that they were later like, oh yeah, actually Wildstar is actually my spirit guide. First thing is first, you have to do research not only on your leopard, but also the polar bear. I know that big cats represent power, so you should be good with dealing with the bear. But eventually, how me and Wildstar got rid of our demonic spirit was by confronting him. Make sure your leopard is there. You may need her. Look at this fucking signature, bros. Bros, look at this fucking signature. Literate, our peers unite. Join the cause. Set a good example. With a, what is this? What is this? A spotted owl? Question mark? I can't remember owl species, chat. Source, Pippa. Abby's helpful advice was that Jessica should research leopards and polar bears and eventually confront Jason to get rid of them. She cited the fact that she and Jai had both apparently had a problem with an evil guide in the past and dealt with it by confronting it, but unfortunately didn't elaborate on how that happened. There was some radio silence for a bit. Then Jessica posted again. Oh, fuck yeah! More posts, baby! Okay. Wind turned in my hair as I slowly made my way up a creek. Why was I going up a creek? I can't remember. Why was it windy? I can't remember. Why was I here? Well, I just can't seem to remember. It was cold. Chilly, as I remember. I saw a panther, black as night. A thought churned in my mind. 4 spirit animals? But it flipped out of my immediate attention. Not thought about again until I wrote this. The panther came closer. I noted it seemed aggressive. It was male. I don't know how I knew. I just did. I just knew. The panther began to shift, becoming more sleek. Pelt color changed. Before I knew it, I was standing before a hyena. Not very pretty creatures. I mean, they're just so... shudder. Anywho, it began to shift again into another animal. Meanwhile, my mind slid into a realization. This creature was Jason. It seemed the second I realized it, he formed into a polar bear and reared to attack. Chat, I guarantee this was building up to Jason actually being like a person or something. And this was supposed to be... Okay, this is my prediction. Jason, we're setting up the shifter thing. He's probably going to actually turn out to be like a person, and he's going to be like her soulmate or whatever. And it's going to be like an enemies to lovers thing. And then their plans get foiled because other people start encountering Jason inside of like their dreams. And so now Jason can no longer be like Sparrow Feather's like soulmate. That's what I think is going to happen. Why me? I thought with sick terror. Why me? Why me? Was all my mind said. Amber, the leopard. She wasn't here. She wasn't helping me. I'd die without her help. That was possible, no? You die in your mind, you die in real life? Some type of proven science? I didn't get to ponder long. Amber! I screamed. I screamed as loud as I could, as if that word alone would save me from a sudden death. I saw her. She padded forwards. Help! I gasped, dodging and barely missing a swipe from Jason. He was going to kill me. I've been requested not to interfere with destiny, she answered, agony showing in her eyes. You shan't need to lean on others for help. I must leave this to you. I said my good wishes. She said something that sounded like Discurese per el bambino. This is from Google Translate. Securo che sarà lontano de pericoli o le permettono di vincere la battaglia. Io la mando la mia volontà, la mia forza e potenza. La sieta che sia figlio. Panko. It sounded kind of like Spanish, but not quite. I still didn't understand it. I think I spelled it wrong. Whatever. I woke up just then, just as Jason tried to kill me. Again. Hell. They typed the phrase? They typed the phrase into Google Translate, they copy and pasted it, and then they went back and they added spelling errors to make it more believable. There was some radio silence for a bit, then Jessica posted again. Her next thread was about how she had a dream of walking up a creek and encountering a panther that could shapeshift. Conveniently, she somehow realized that it was Jason, and then it turned into a polar bear and attacked her. When she called out to her spirit guide for help, Amber helpfully told her that she'd been not to interfere with destiny and sent her good wishes, spouted off some poorly Google translated random Italian, and disappeared, leaving Jessica on her own to wake up just as Jason tried to kill her again. Couldn't ask for a better spirit guide. Jessica naturally asked her friends what this meant. Have you tried to look up what it means? It could be any form of old language. Greek, Spanish, Italian, and French are the main languages that they speak. Oh, convenient. Convenient that they all speak the languages that are really popular with middle schoolers and early high schoolers. Abby posited that the Italian Amber had spoken was her giving Jessica her magic energy. Here we go. Yeah, I Google translated and I Googled it and got no luck. So I went to Google Translate and it said it was Italian and it meant this, kinda. Security for the baby. Sure it will. Out of harm's way, O can win the battle. I'm sending my will, my strength, and power, lit child. What does that mean? It means she's giving her magic to you. Feel different in any way? Not really. I felt kind of refreshed, like I just took a shower, and now I'm ready to go for a run in an hour. That's been since she said it. Does this happen often? Hasn't happened to me, but it seems like she's trying to tell you not to hide, to try and search inside yourself for your true colors. Oh, boy. I'm not liking how this is playing out. Makes me nervous. Asked if Jason was an evil spirit. What is Jason? It is an evil spirit. Oh no. No, Jason is someone's spirit animal that is confused and lost without its owner per se. RG, thank you. Thanks, Pippa. Very cringe. Very cringe. If Jason was an evil spirit, as anyone would do so after nearly being murdered in their sleep by an evil polar bear, Abby said definitively that Jason was a lost spirit animal without a human. All was quiet for about 2 months, but like any good slasher movie villain, Jason made his return, making his name even more appropriate. Funny that. His next victim was fittingly Jordan. Jordan had allegedly had a problem of his own with his spirit animal 3 months ago. Okay, this is the Anon poster guy. I opened my... Hold on. Wait, did we give this person a voice? I think we did. I think I mixed up those voices a while ago. I opened my eyes to the serene forest that we always meet in. A wolf emerges from the forest, his yellow eyes glinting in the dim light of the full moon. There's water running somewhere in the distance, casting an aura of tranquility that wasn't there before. The wolf dipped his head about 2 inches down. Hi, Nightshade, I said. Hello, Jordan. Yes, hello indeed. A new voice sounded. It was soft and caressing, but also terrifying at the same time. It seemed to seep through me, making every one of my nerves a live wire and my skin break out in goosebumps. It was Ankh. Ah, I said almost distastefully. Hello, Ankh. We have some bad news. What is it? We need to leave. What? I yelled, alarmed. Why do you... Relax. We were only messengers. We were not meant to stay. No, Ankh chimed in. Ankh chimed in. But we have brought the one who will stay with you. Who? We waited for a moment in silence. A warm breeze blowing in. That was odd. I had never had wind here, much less a breeze. Then 2 blue eyes glinted in the crown of the willow in the near distance. A large bird spread its glorious wings and swooped down, landing lightly on Nightshade's right shoulder. It was a snow-white owl. Is this gonna be Jason? Is this gonna be Jason? Fluffles away! My name is Aurora, the owl said. I have been watching you from the heavens. I started to remember vague spirit journeys much like this one. There was always a bird flying overhead. A small, odd bird that shouldn't be able to go as high as it did. Wings 5 feet, tip to tip. Glowing blue eyes. Sunlight glinting off its alabaster feathers. Then I woke up. Pasta Sauce, thank you. This anime dub is lit. 10 out of 10. Hell yeah. That's actually very normal. You have a journey, spirit animal? I can't think of the name, but more will come to your aid. Whatever name Spirit Animal Guide is when you have one forever spirit animal, and you'll have others that arrive when needed. For me, Pharaoh is my main spirit animal. Cantos and Ferris were a squirrel and a badger that left recently because their message was done. Now I have Celiance, a wolf, and she'll leave when her message is understood and interpreted. He had 2 spirit guides, a wolf named Nightshade and a snake named Ankh, and they left him because they were messengers to herald his real spirit animal, a snowy owl named Aurora. That would have been well and good until horror of horrors, he dreamed that Nightshade was attacked. Snowy owls don't have blue eyes, they have yellow eyes. I walked through the forest where Aurora and I met. She's there, but she seemed to be distressed. I rushed her over to her and to find her leaning over a mass of rough-looking fur. It was bleeding some kind of violet tinted substance that I had no name for. It twitched a little and I jumped back. It stood, grunted, and shook its fur out. It looked at me with familiar gold color eyes. Nightshade was back. Hello, Jordan, he said. Nightshade? I stammered. Yes, Jordan. I'm sorry you had to see me in this state. Why are you like this? Who or what did this to you? A demon. I didn't catch his or her name, but it was vicious. What did he or she look like? It was a bear. A polar bear. Jason, I muttered. Jordan, Aurora finally spoke. We can protect you from this Jason for a while, but eventually you are going to have to confront him. Demons feed upon fear and negativity. Show no emotion when he is near. Nightshade opened his jaws to say something, but I woke then. So Jason is terrorizing everyone now? Try meditating again later on to get Nightshade's warning. If only I had my spirit animal, I'd ask him, her, if she knew about Jason as well. He found Nightshade bleeding violet blood, which we all know talking talking wolves have because Jason mauled him. Aurora, ever the helpful type, told Jordan that they would protect him from Jason for a while. But like any good heroic anime protagonist, he'd have to face Jason eventually. Apparently, Jason was a demon who fed on fear and negativity, and the only way to ward him off was to show no emotion around him. The unmentioned alternative solution would probably have been to turn your back when he tries to attack you so that he'll evaporate. Wait, wrong slasher villain. Never mind. So how come Jordan's spirit animals are like, here's the answer, bro? But the other girl, her spirit animals were like, I don't know, bro. Sorry, can't interfere. It sounds like the other chick got kind of scammed. Anyway, Jordan's post did not get the attention he so desperately craved. He only got one response from another member named Zach, who told him to meditate and then wished he had his own spirit animal so he could ask them about Jason. Jordan's reply, oh boy.
My advice, if you see Jason at all, get away as fast as possible.
Sorry.
I'm an empath. So I know what he was feeling. It was horrible. Anger, bloodlust, and death urges. If you see a sign in the physical world, I will not say real world because the spirit realm is just as real as ours. Take it down. Even a picture or a movie picture. It could be as subtle as a stuffed animal friend shows you. Remember, this is real and that there's real danger in this. It doesn't matter how poor your spiritual contract is. Just make sure you stay safe.
Chat, I used to desperately wish this kind of stuff was real. Pippa's Chunibyo face. I wanted a Chunibyo face. I couldn't make it work. Jordan's reply was to give sage advice to everyone in the club to get away from any sign of Jason in the physical world, which apparently includes movie posters and stuffed animals because he's totally an empath and can tell that shockingly the polar bear that keeps trying to attack people feels anger, bloodlust, and death urges. Who would have thunk it? The next day, a girl named Carolyn posted, oh boy, here we go.
Okay, last night I had a dream. My rabbit and cheetah are completely gone and a hawk has taken her place. Now the hawk, I do not know his name, is very worried. Here, I give you a review of my dream. I had dropped by a small stream, lush bushes and thick trees. It was a favorite place of mine, and Cortans was I was calling her, looking into every nook and cranny. Out of nowhere, a polar bear came lunging out at me. I asked, "Who are you? And do you know what a cheetah called Cortan is?" The polar bear answered,
Jason.
Then Jason lunged at me, knocking me to the ground. It slashed my head and was knocked backwards by a strange animal. The animal shrieked a warning, and Jason lumbered off. I held my arm to my head. The animal turned around. Its face was fully visible. A hawk had rescued me. Drop the arm, girl. I told me gently. I shook my head. He moved my arm for me. He laid his head on my forehead and blinked. He got off and looked at me strangely.
Come, I have much to tell,
he said. My dream vanished then. Right now, just right now, he said. Something is very wrong indeed. What does he mean? And who is Jason? The hawk is panicking and I do not know what to do. Help! I'm very worried because he might leave any minute.
I don't know what voices to do anymore.
The next day, a girl named Carolyn posted about how her two spirit animals had disappeared. When she encountered a polar bear, she asked him if he'd seen one. He introduced himself as Jason and attacked her until a hawk showed up and scared him off. The only advice she got was to meditate more.
Jason is a polar bear who is terrorizing everyone. Sparrowfeather and Afterlife have met him, and now you. Something is definitely wrong. Jason must have a plot going on, and I have a theory your cheetah and Raven are off in a meeting. I know we can't get in contact with others in our spirit world, but can spirit animals visit other spirit animals?
Saucer, thank you. How many voices do you have bouncing around inside the rabbit head of yours? I hear nothing inside of my head.
I don't know. The hawk just said something is very bad indeed. I do not know what is going on. Oh, Lord, help me. I mean, Rowena and Corton are gone for good, like something scared them off. What does a hawk mean? Protection? Knowing of the future?
I'm not sure. I would research it though, and no, Corthan and Rona aren't gone for good. A spirit animal will never leave you forever. I think Skyflight's the master here.
Oh, I'm her other account. Oh, hi, Opera for 112.
Puss heads in hands? I think it means attention, vision, power, energy, leadership, and intensity. What does vision mean? I'm not experienced at this, but I believe in it.
Meditate. That's all the advice I have left. I'm not experienced either. I've only gone into my spirit world once, and I can't even go back, and I don't even have a spirit animal yet.
Stealing. You stole. I stole. And Jordan helpfully told her that Jason was dangerous and had raging bloodlust.
Jason is dangerous. As dangerous as Scourge or Tiger Star were in the books. He has raging bloodlust and will stop at almost nothing to fulfill this lust. He basically has one speed. Murderer.
But thank you for the advice. My hawk is coming to visit me in my dreams tonight. He told me that he will come. Am I going insane?
Aaron, G, thank you for $2. Can we keep Euro Pippa? What the fuck? Just in case you might have gotten confused and thought Jason was going around to give hugs. The thread petered out after she claimed
Yeah, I know what you mean now. The hawk is called Henry. He actually did say that Rowena and Clipkin left me forever.
That her previous spirit animals had left her forever, presumably to avoid dealing with any pesky bears. Spirit animals. Gotta love them. Literally, one day later, a club member named Emily piped up with a Jason story of her own. Oh shit.
I've realized something. I find it quite odd how my essay Leela appears to be right after Jason attacked Sparrow. Then he attacked others. I don't know why, but I just know I'm next to be attacked. I think that's why Leela is constantly at my side. I think she's been here through my childhood and now here protecting me. From whom, Jason? Why at such a young age was she protecting me? Because Jason could have easily killed me when I was little. I know I sound crazy, but it's true. But my mom told me something. Emily, why are you asking about your childhood? And if there were polar bears involved? Me. Mom, just answer it. I said, well, one night you woke up screaming he's gonna get me. The polar bear. I was shocked by that. Now I understand why Leela has been following me. Literally, she's been following me around school, home, wherever I go. I just know Jason is going to try to kill me. I just know. And for some reason, I think I can destroy him. I think I'm the one who's supposed to know to do it. I know I sound crazy, but it's the trust. Please post in comments.
Oh, they're desperate. She claimed that not only did she believe her spirit animal, a white tiger named Leela, I like how they give us like extra lore here, because like I didn't know Leela was a white tiger, had been with her since she was a kid. She also believed that Jason had been trying to target her back then. Apparently she asked her mother about her childhood and whether or not polar bears had been involved, and her mother definitely told her that Emily had once woken up screaming, he's gonna get me, the polar bear. So, from this totally legit information, Emily drew the logical conclusion that Jason was going to try and kill her, and she could destroy him. And like any good chosen one protagonist, only she could do it. Somehow. Are they gonna start fighting over who's the one to kill Jason? Are they gonna start like killing Jason in their own dreams and stuff? And then he'll appear in another person's dreams and somebody will be like, no, that shouldn't be possible. I killed him in my dream. Oh, thank you. My spirit animal is Danny DeVito. That's not an animal. Her fellow club members, including Zach and Jordan, were not so accepting of her radical ideas. Ooh, she's kind of a free thinker.
It's not in the nature of a demon to center on one person. They want to create as much chaos as possible. You don't sound crazy. You sound paranoid.
You just know Jordan was like, she's trying to steal the stick. She's trying to make it about her. But I already did this. She's trying to steal this.
Get some rest, have someone slap you, and get a grip on your life.
Oh shit. Perseus is kind of like Batman. I'm glad I gave him this voice.
Exactly, you're being way too paranoid. Even Sparrow Feather wasn't like this. Relax, get a good night's sleep. If you go in your spirit,
which one was this guy?
If you go in your spirit world, wake up. Right now, it might only be best to go there when meditating.
And told her that she was being paranoid to get some sleep because, you know, that's totally what you should do when you think, you know, evil polar bears trying to kill you in your dreams. Jordan added the crucial information that demons didn't focus on solely one target and sought to create as much chaos as possible, because I guess he somehow became the expert on demons in addition to being an empath. He also claimed, here we go.
Remember, keep your cool around Jason. I mean, he's actually kind of cute once you get past the trying to kill a bunch of people thing.
Oh yeah, this guy's edgy. He also claimed that Jason is actually rather cute if you got past him trying to murder everyone, because we all know attempting to murder children is a very minor character flaw that can be easily overlooked. Emily's response, she claimed, what voice did I give this person again?
I wasn't, because when I fell asleep right after I posted that, I saw Jason, polar bear. He tried to kill me. Leela wasn't there when I screamed her name.
Somehow, she claimed she somehow fell asleep immediately after posting, was attacked by Jason in her dream, and screamed for Leela, who didn't show up. How convenient. The only advice Jason got after that was to talk to Abby or Jay about it since they were club admins. Fallen Heart, Senior Warrior, this is a new person. Oh, I can tell their avatar's a GIF. When someone scares you and your first reaction is to punch them, they've got a weird gimmick going. What the hell?
I think it's probably paranoid and your imagination that's saying you're the one to destroy him and that you're next. However,
This is turning French.
if you did see him and you know you did, you should speak to Wildstar and Skyflat. Also, I suggest you be careful of your spirit world, since that is where Jason is.
Sorry, yeah, okay, whatever. 3-4, better lock your door. Not even a week passed before fourth member Jody posted that she'd seen Jason too. Another one. Is this a, ooh, I thought this was a Woojack chat.
Okay, so I was contacting my spirit animal when all of a sudden there's a huge polar bear comes hurtling towards me. He stops not 5 feet in front of me. I ask him what his name is, and all he says was Jason. Next thing I know, he's running at me again. He pins me down, snapping at my neck, his claws sticking into my shoulders. When I start to feel dizzy, a deer and a cardinal come out of nowhere from out of the trees and telling him, "Stop, Jason, stop, just stop." Then I'm sitting upright in bed thinking, what the heck just happened?
She had been trying to contact drawn spirit guide, a swan named Doozlin. When Jason showed up, she asked him what his name was. He told her his name like any true gentleman would, and then started attacking her until a deer and a cardinal showed up and told him, swipe or no swiping, to stop. Then she woke up. This sent the other members into a tizzy. Whoop.
Afterlife said in another thread that all Jason wants is to create as much chaos as he can. Well, soon I'm going to have to get stopped.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What? Is this group hysteria? I think it might. And Zach suggested that Jason, like any classic anime villain, was planning something. Steph claimed that her spirit animal told her that saying Jason's name was what made him appear. Oh, now look at this signature! Now this person actually did some editing. This person actually did some editing for their signature. Very based. Their name is Oak Spirit. They're a senior warrior.
Mem says something about saying his name in the spirit world somehow alerts him, like he knows you know him and his reputation, and wants to come after you. Mem seems scared of him. I think all of you have been attacked since you asked about him to your spirit animals or something. It's just a theory, though.
Another member claimed that she got blurry visions of Jason even though she hadn't even tried to contact her spirit animal.
Oh my god, I wasn't even trying to contact my spirit animal, but Jason appeared to me. Only blurry visions though. I think it's the point where I can barely see and hear him. I'm not completely in, so he doesn't see or hear me at all. Creepy.
Alright, 4 days later, a member named Lily posted about how she'd been talking to her spirit animal, a wolf named Lacriasca, until the wolf suddenly vanished, adding another example to the pattern of spirit animals being useless thus far. And then she woke back up in the real world. Then, while still in said real world, she saw Jason in front of her. She was at the zoo. And what was her reaction to being faced with this notorious terrorizer of teenagers she knew on the internet? Hug him, of course. Oh shit, look at that. Poison song? Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that signature. Now that's pretty good.
I was talking to Lacriasca when she disappeared. I thought it was just some meditation problem, but when I opened my eyes to the real world, I see a polar bear. His eyes are like magma, but they are also cold. I was a bit scared, but I just looked at him as his haunted gaze inspected me. I was actually sympathetic. He looked like all he needed was a hug, so I give him one. Let's just say that my arm is the main reason people are looking at me currently.
Okay.
Currently.
Pretty sure I'm the only one here who hasn't met Jason yet, so I guess I should prepare. At least he didn't attack you until you hugged him.
This fucking Red Storm guy is such a fucking reply guy for this Jason drama. Like, he keeps replying to everything. He keeps replying to everything. Naturally, this ended with her arm being broken, but not by Jason, actually. What?
Well, having an arm broken isn't the best thing in the world.
He broke your arm? He broke your arm? Did you wake up having fallen off your bed or something?
She told another member that she'd been meditating outside, then conveniently got hit by a basketball right before Jason showed up. Where did this open at?
Oh no, I was outside actually. I was meditating until I got hit with a basketball, then Jason comes.
Oh, well then. Wow, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that you cannot show fear around him. He, feeds off of it. Just ignore him or confront him with your spirit animal and hopefully he'll go away.
Okay. And she had somehow been able to hug this angry astral plane polar bear with an arm that got broken moments earlier by a basketball. Or the basketball breaking her arm was caused by Jason's arrival. I'm not sure. It's not really clear. Maybe Jason was also a basketball player in addition to being a killer polar bear. Jody made a thread to document the pattern of everyone who got attacked by Jason.
So far, I think there's been 4 Jason attacks. 11. I've added another attack from Poison Song, chronological order, Sparrow Feather, Afterlife, Beckoning, Fire Sun, Poison Song, Maybe, Honey Whisker, Mint Leaf. I must say, this is really starting to become a big thing. Any other unheard reports of these attacks?
I've had one before Fire Shine. It's really creepy. Jason attacking me was more like a sign though. I wonder. Leaps thread.
Jessica herself commented and was shocked that Jason had obtained more victims.
Wait, I haven't been keeping update, but there's been
More Jason attacks?
Yes, Jason is starting to appear quite frequently. As you can see, he is causing chaos and loving when he sees the fear from any of us.
No one had any solutions to this problem except for Abby and, surprisingly, resident spirit animal doubter Mike. Sort of. 5-6, grab your weight, that's it. Several days later, Mike posted a simple challenge on the board for a member to explain what exactly their spirit animal business was about. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Venom Claw! Explain this pseudo-religion to me. Okay, I'm interested in this whole concept of spirit animals. I am a firm doubter of angels, demons, and spirits, though I find them and their stories to be extremely entertaining. But this concept seems more factual, as spirits are only reached when your subconscious would be strongest, dreaming, meditation, a traumatic experience, etc. So explain the concept to me so I know exactly what I am reading in this board. Oh shit, oh shit, Venom Claw going, yeah, Reddit atheist on these motherfuckers. Oh, it is so over. It is so over. Abby reacted to this very calmly and gracefully, as you can see here.
Venom Star, I swear to fucking God, if you don't take this down, I will personally go to your house in Boston because I know where you live, sneak into your bedroom because I know what you look like, take away all of your electronics because I know you love them, tie you up because I know you'll secretly like it, take a hammer because every household has one, smash every one of your electronics in front of you because I know it'll hurt you, then take them and personally shove them up your butt until you bleed. Oh wait, there's more! Yes, there is more. Glares. Then I'll take all your money and go to the store where there I'll find the brightest colors possible, splash them all over your walls and hire Hero to come and paint beautiful pictures of spirit animals. Then when you want to take it down, you can't because you can't possibly destroy that beautiful artwork. But wait, I'll take a rusty spoon and take your eyes out so you can't see it. And then when you're on the ground crying in pain, I'll simply laugh and take a picture, edit it, and post it everywhere online, destroying everything you've created for yourself on the internet. By the way, spirit animal people, please don't post in this thread because Benny here is trying to change your beliefs.
Yeah, new copypasta just dropped, boys. New copypasta just dropped. Let's go. And Temos, thank you. Normalize unending hate. Smile. And told everyone else in the club not to respond to him. After some back and forth, oh, let's go. Oh, I plan to take it down, all right. Also, the issue is, I don't have a hammer, and since I don't leave my house, you will have no idea where I am or when I am there. Besides, I merely want to analyze your followers. By the way, backup made, but it's a bit more direct. Oh, this is Skyfly, okay.
I realize that, but I also realize that many of the people on my board don't read into spirit animals as much as I have, so it is impossible for them to answer correctly what you're asking. And even I cannot correctly answer your question because I am not a master at it. I just look up as much as I can, read into it as much as possible, but I'm not an expert, so why don't you ask an expert? I may want to be expert. Edit, I'll bring my own hammer then.
This bitch crazy. She should become a Vtuber. Simple, the experts are but harder to find than you. After all, if they were out in the open, they would be debating with me right now on subconscious versus being. Thing is, experts are not experts. Sure, one or two are possibly respected people, but I expect a few redirects to send me straight into some wacko who preaches this as insanely as the conquistadors preached to the Native Americans of South America. Now, find me an intelligent expert, and I will have a much more ruthless debate with them on this subject. Oh my god, he's going full Reddit atheist. Oh, it is so fucking over. It is so fucking over. You better prepare yourself. Abby linked to an expert on spirit animals to show where she'd gotten her interest in them. TimberwolfHQ.com.
There, he's the expert. He's what first drew me to spirit animals.
Okay, is this still up? Is this, hold on. Let me make sure it doesn't link to like porn now or something. TimberwolfHQ.com. Oh my god, it's still up, bros. We are, oh my god. How I found my animal totem. A code of conduct for a spiritual warrior. Perception is reality. Mastering the art of creating your own reality. Perceiving a reality. Explaining the fifth dimension. Universal energy. What is it? A monologue on activating our DNA. Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit. Alright, let's get back to this. Personally, I have no idea who this guy is or how much of a verified expert he is on spirit guides, but the font he uses for everything on his site is papyrus. Make of that what you will. Ooh. I'm judging. Bless you. Thank you. Although Abby wasn't a fan of Mike's little stunt, she did agree with one point he'd brought up, namely that spirituality was largely based on your own subconscious and what you manifested of it through your dreams, meditation, or the like. She made a thread to lay down the law about Jason. This Jason business.
Oh,
it's misspelled. This is Weasness.
Okay, everyone, chill. It seems like basically everyone is extremely afraid of this Jason character. And honestly, I think it's stupid. Many, if not all of you, probably saw Venom Star's thread. Well, you know, he is correct. Our spirit world and our our subconscious are on much of the same level. They do the same exact things pretty much, so at oftentimes we can get confused about it. From my personal experience, it's best to leave this stuff alone. The more you draw attention to it, the worse it gets. And Jason has no reason to be doing these things to you. I have yet to see him, but I know if he does, I'ma whip some shit into him. Sorry for my lingo, but this really frustrates me. The only person I believe about Jason is Sparrow. Everyone else is majorly overreacting. Why do you ask? Because there are guards in the spirit world, other spirits that do their best to keep spirits out. Jason shouldn't be there anymore. He's probably gone. So, from now on, instead of freaking out about Jason, PM me. No one else. Just PM me. In a week, I can pretty much promise that nothing will be happening. So, new rule. No talking about Jason outside my PM box.
She's calling them out on faking it, chat. Oh my god. She's calling them out on being a bunch of lying, attention-seeking little shits. Oh, the irony. It was best to no longer give him attention because it would make the issue worse, and the only person she believed about the Jason attacks was Jessica. Everyone else was overreacting. That's code for making it the fuck up. Because she somehow knew for a fact that the spirit world had guards to keep beings like him out. From now on, anyone who wanted to talk about Jason could only do it in a PM to her. No more posting about the evil polar bear. Not a lot of people responded, but Jenny pointed out the oddity of the fact that Jason had first been classified as a spirit animal without a human and was now considered a demon. The thing that gets me is that at the first, Jason was just a kid spirit animal that was confused. Now people think he's a demon? Lower? Good point, good point. Abby's response was that the whole thing of Jason was a product of an overactive imagination. Plus, when they think you, people literally pretend to be spiritual and make up a topo rather than go to therapy. Wait, this person's different, right? Have we seen this person?
I agree, man. Like, I think this entire thing is just an overactive imagination. You was a spirit animal. Spirit animals can't give you physical injuries, such as a broken arm. Only demons can do that, and demons work for the devil. And as far as I know, there aren't any devil worshippers on BWW, much less in the club. I've been attacked by spirit animals before. It feels like they hurt you, but you're not physically hurt, just mentally. Insert obligatory snark about self-awareness here. Yeah! Because spirit animals couldn't actually hurt people physically at all, let alone cause a broken arm. According to her, Jason couldn't be a demon because demons work for the devil and no one on the site was a Satan worshipper, as far as we know. And somehow she knew all of this because she'd been attacked by spirit animals before and only got hurt mentally. Unfortunately, she didn't elaborate on this claim. Again, I'm just happy you're having fun, Pippa. Oh, thank you. The only member to respond to Abby after that was Jordan, who suggested that Jason was a figment of a collective imagination and that everyone should stop obsessing over Jason and move on. Not quite, thank you. The great...
Scar, I get it. Maybe some of us are overreacting, but now that I think about it, perhaps Jason is a figment of our imaginations, which has been distributed to us by the power of suggestion. Things are only as real as you make them. I believe in our totems, so they made themselves known to me. Let's just quit with this shit and get on with our lives, people. The guides aren't shit, though. Sorry for my language, but I'm tired, lovesick, and sad.
My point exactly. By the way, Scarlett's my other account.
Oh.
I think people are just overreacting, that's all.
Oh, okay. The only member to respond to Abby after that was Jordan, who suggested that Jason was a figment of collective imagination, that everyone should stop obsessing over Jason and move on. Sound advice, which Abby agreed with, and that was the end of the thread. All's well that ends well, right? Well...
Oh my god, wait, this...
Okay, we got a little bit more to go. 7-8, he's a poor little cinnamon roll now, actually. Oh, shit. Jordan proceeded to take a massive dump on his own logic and made a thread later that same month with the simple title of You People Are Idiots. Oh my god.
Okay, about this Jason business and Skyflight, I recommend reading this before you delete it. Jason is not evil. I needn't stress that enough beyond my experience. So, I'm in my basement, meditating. Jason shows up, and he sort of steps forward and touches his nose to my chest. Suddenly, he seemed a lot smaller, more like a cub than anything else. Anyway, the instant he touched my skin, a warm, ecstatic, and perfect feeling shot through me. It was like someone had shot sunshine into my blood. All this time, images were flashing through my head. Josh, the guy I like, Rachel, my best friend, Kelly, my almost girlfriend, and Kendall, my buddy counselor. These were people I loved. The scene changed. I was in my spirit animal world. I recognized the clearing and the halo of oak trees around me. Nightshade zipped through, looking shocked at the small, adorable polar bear in my arms. Aurora looked remote, her feathery face unmoving and statue-like. Ankh was there. He looked questioningly at me, but said nothing. Finally, someone broke the silence. Mason, my newly found Black Panther.
What have you brought here?
He asked. This, I suppose, is Jason.
What?
They all said at once. You heard me. Jason, the one who was, until now, terrorizing us. They stared disbelievingly at the cub. Nightshade was the first to step forward. Jason and he looked at each other, golden eyes into milky brown. Mason tensed as Jason leapt out of my arms and nuzzled against Nightshade. I could see their auras. Jason had a beautiful blue haze around him, and Nightshade was gray all the way through. So were the rest of my guides. It was an awful, chalky gray that I knew well. Hardly controlled anger. They did not know what to think of this. Jason padded back to me, and I scooped him back into my arms. He was a soft, tiny bundle of warmth. Heat radiated from every part of him. It was a gentle heat, not uncomfortable in any way, but more like sunshine on your face in the spring. The entire forest seemed to loom above me. The bright full moon blazed above me, turning a slightly yellow color. Nightshade sat down, Ankh curled around a branch, Aurora perched on an oak tree, and Mason hopped onto a thick branch to rest. Jason looked into my eyes, and all I could hear was, "Dream, my child. This will all make sense later." Lately, Jason has followed me everywhere. I feel much safer around him now. He's a tiny, helpless little thing, and if you say he's dangerous or evil, I'll rip you to pieces.
Drugs are really bad. I agree, Gladhook. I agree. You should not do drugs. Tony Stark thinking in 1337. He posted about how he'd been meditating in his basement until Jason showed up, touched his nose into Jason's chest, somehow caused Jordan to hallucinate about his loved ones, and turned into a little cub. Then Jordan was transported to his spirit world where he met Nightshade, Ankh, Aurora, and his fourth newly found spirit guide, a black panther named Mason. Damn, bro, you must need a lot of fucking help if you have 4 fucking spirit guides. Imagine having not 1 counselor, but 4. Not 1 therapist or psychiatrist or doctor, but 4. Because apparently he was somehow so special he got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 spirit animals. The whole gang was shocked that Jason was now a cute cub, and Jordan heard a voice telling him that this would all make sense later. Spoiler alert, it did not. They concluded the post by saying Jason followed him everywhere now and threatened to rip anyone who called Jason evil to pieces because he was so totally badass. Being an alleged empath with 5 spirit animals now and all. The reception to his self-aggrandizing little title was lukewarm to say the least. Jenny expressed skepticism that Jason was able to attach himself to Jordan, abiding by Jessica's story that Jason was another kid's intended spirit guide who went rogue, and Abby's claim that the attacks on the other members were just their imagination. Abby had no response other than to wish him luck, with Jason stating that demons could shapeshift and deceive.
I really have nothing to comment about this other than good luck.
Oh, this is so passive-aggressive! This is so passive-aggressive! She's like, I'm done with this shit. I am so fucking done with this. I'm so done with you people. I'm so done with Jason. You are making me look less special, and I don't appreciate it. This whole thing has gotten way out of hand. It was only fun when it was about me. Fuck you, Jordan.
Thanks, I guess. Might I ask why I need good luck?
Elias Malachi, thank you. I really can't understand how people like this exist. Jordan's reply was that it did happen, and he's totally an empath.
I don't know how often I need to explain this to people, but I'll make it evident now. I can read you like an open book. I can know your every thought, plan, and ulterior motive. I can feel emotions, see auras, and read thoughts as if they were written on your face. I've seen both the great evil Jason possess and the great good. I know that demons shapeshift, and I know they can be deceiving, but I trust Jason now, and I'm not sure if he's a demon or not.
And Jason's totally a good guy now, girls. Really, he's a cute little de-aged cub now and everything. He went on to say that his wolf Nightshade was wary and always beside him whenever Jason was around him, considering that Jason, you know, mauled him and all.
I'm just saying, be careful.
I'm being extremely careful. Nightshade never leaves my side when Jason's around. Nuff said. Actually, I'm ignoring Nightshade entirely because he thinks I'm gonna do something stupid.
He was ignoring Nightshade now because his wolf very logically thought he was going to do something stupid. Truly a guy worthy of having 5 spirit animals. He needs the help, you know? Abby and Jenny didn't take kindly to this and told him to listen to his spirit animal. Jordan conceded the point, and that was that.
Listen to your spirit animal. Always listen.
Your spirit animal is more likely to have more wisdom, sensibility to protect you than you do yourself. I agree with Scafflat.
You people might be right. Even though I'm mad at him, I still follow his advice. I've done nothing stupid. Recently, anyway.
We're on the home stretch, boys. Rigid Rat, thank you. I'm glad I recently started watching you. You're epic. Thank you. Thank you. XD, smiling kitty face. The next month, Jordan posted about how he thought he was being demonically possessed because he kept waking up to bleeding cuts on his arm. Oh no.
Okay, so recently I've been getting possessed by some unknown force. It happened yesterday at the park, and today during 6th period. It has been doing things like taking me over in my sleep. When I wake up, I often have blood running down my arm and a freshly bleeding cut. Until today, it hasn't done much. In 6th period, however, it made me get up and go to the bathroom. I couldn't control it, and I didn't remember getting up. But when I came out out of that blank spot in my memory, 4 letters were cut into my arm. There was a bloody paperclip in my right hand. The letters read, Drew. I assume that's the spirit's name. Also, my friend Marissa has been getting possessed as well. How can I tell? It's simple. Her pupils are large as if she's on drugs, which she would never do. Her pupils are gear-shaped. She's laughing too often or clinging too deeply to someone. Any advice? Comments?
He claimed that the demon possessed him to go into the restroom during class and cut the name Drew into his arm with a paperclip, and he somehow knew that this was the spirit's name. Oh, and he was sure his friend was being possessed too because her pupils were big and gear-shaped. I assume this was a typo. And she was laughing a lot and being clingy because those count as signs of demonic possession now. Zach advised him to meditate, but Jordan whined he couldn't do that because all his spirit animals, except for Jason, were understandably ignoring him. I suggest you meditate and try talking to anything in your spirit world.
That's literally the first thing I tried. It didn't help much. Nightshade, Ankh, Mason, and Aurora are ignoring me. The only one who maintains contact is Jason, and he doesn't know much about it either. The best thing he could do was let me slip into dreams, but whatever. Got any other suggestions? Anyone?
The only one talking to him is Jason, who had no advice because he was currently infantilized. No one else had much valuable advice, and Emily, remember her, told him on her other account to get holy water or an ex. What the fuck? Are you high?
My name is Drew.
Thanks, Kevin. I thought your name would be Kevin. Whoa! Whoa! Look at that! Holy shit! That goes hard!
Evil hides evil, correct?
Fuck. Oh, and their tagline?
Evil hides evil, now doesn't it?
I have a suggestion. Holy water. Ask your local priest for a vial of it and go around your room with it saying evil spirits aren't welcome here. Leave mine Jesus Christ's name and stop harming us. Do that or get an exorcism.
Jordan rejected both options because of his hatred for priests and shared that the demon's name fully was Drusilla because I guess she took the time to introduce herself between the self-mutilation.
Twitch, I'm not going to any flipping priest. Hate priests and holy water? Are you kidding me? XD. And I know that some people might share her name. Her full name is Drusilla. And yes, there is a super pun in the holy water.
What? We found Pippa's favorite flavor of cringe. Yes, we did. Conveniently, he refused to post any photos of his arms cut because it was too gross. Sure, Jan.
Priests have holy water. Holy water disposes demons in which you have, unless you'd like to burn some sage in your room.
Correction. Holy water supposedly expels demons, and these are nothing that priests have seen before. I put up a pic of my arm, but it's a little gruesome, bloody, and altogether just plain gross. My friend, Steven, is forcing me to go to a church next week anyway. Grrr.
When advised to burn sage instead, he claimed he'd already tried that and helpfully filled in that his spirit animals had previously been shunning him because of Jason, so he had cut ties with the cup, and now his guys were fighting the demons for him. So much for ripping anyone who insulted Jason to pieces. Wow.
Burn sage! It'll make your life a hell of a lot better.
I've already tried that. Oh, and the problem was that Nightshade, Mason, Aurora, and Ankh were shunning me because of Jason, so I severed the connection between the two of us. The demons are still there, but my guides are fighting them off like infections.
We're sage maxing boys, hell yeah. Emily told him that he had to say holy words while burning the sage to make it work, and that he shouldn't get a loogie board, I presume she meant Ouija board, because that made them worse.
Did you say holy words as you burn sage? If you didn't, no wonder why it won't work. Do not get a loogie board. It will only make it worse.
Wow. Jordan responded that the demons were now conveniently gone and he put protection charms around his home and his friends, which I guess absolved his friends of her possession too. So it was all resolved now. Yay?
Oh, period. Oh, I think it's been clarified that the demons are freaking gone. I've already put a mountain of protection charms, binding spells, and shields around me, my friends, and my house. I'm worn out, and I don't have much tolerance for you, so please, leave me alone.
Jason basically faded into irrelevance after that and only got a mention in two more threads. Carolyn posted again. Oh, I can just click on him. Post donate, thank you. Never use a Luigi board.
What happened? My phone was trying to experiment so I could get my spirit animal, and a shadowy figure appeared. Vision. I was standing in my living room. A strange, cold knot of feelings appeared in my nerves. I fell asleep in the chair I had been sitting in, as if waiting for something. When I opened my eyes, a black figure was in front of me. A wolf, a dog, a cat, or maybe a horse, a mountain falcon. It didn't speak. No, I didn't speak. It didn't speak to me. It wasn't it. No face was on it. A shadow guide? Back to real origins. Okay, what exactly happened? It was Was it a shadow guide?
Carolyn posted again this time about how she definitely saw a shadowy figure manifest in front of her, and when Zach suggested that it might be Jason in search of a new home, Jordan barged in to correct him that it wasn't a demon, that Jason wasn't a demon.
I find this to be quite interesting. A fellow member has had a strange occurrence. She was visited by a shadowy dog-like creature. Also shadowy, meditate. This may be a shadow guide for you like Stellung. Or who knows, maybe something wants to get our attention like Jason did. Or who knows, maybe it's Jason looking for a new home.
Thank you, Red Storm. Always helpful. Always helpful. Fucking hate that guy.
Hyphen, period, hyphen, quotation mark. Jason wasn't a demon, as I've pointed out. Perhaps this new epidemic of things. I've heard whispers from other spirits about such things. Shadows that chill the day, as they say. No, I don't believe it's evil. Perhaps it's just trying to gain attention.
Which had nothing to do with what Zach had said.
I never said he was a demon, but I think After and Mint are correct as well.
Jenny chided Jordan in turn for talking about Jason and reiterated definitively that Jason had been another kid spirit animal who solely messed with Jessica, and all other sightings of him had been imaginative, aka made the fuck up.
Quit talking about Jason. He was another child spirit animal that messed with Sparrow. Everyone else just imagined things. If it was morphing forms, it might not even be a spirit animal. It could have simply been a strange dream or just a regular spirit. Don't get hyped up, I suggest. Ask the wannabe spirit though. She's probably the best to talk to.
After some spamming from another kid, Happy resolved the matter by stating the shadow figure was not a demon, but a shadow guide, and yet again failed to explain what that was. Oh, blurry. Oh, because it's big. Oh, shit, this one's a lot of back and forth. Okay. Oh, wait, this is different. This is different. I thought this was that Poison Song person, but this is Nightheart. They're different. They just have a very similar looking character.
Sits in room and calls friend. Dude, I'm gonna meditate.
I keep going back to like the same verse. German? I don't know how to do German.
Friend, sounds boring. I heard if you meditate, your spirit animal comes to you, well, after a while. Friend, awesome. It's to meditate. Totally what I'm gonna do now. And is your spirit animal extremely visible? What if it kills me?
This be a noob post. Evil glare.
Oh my god, he's gatekeeping? Jordan is gatekeeping? Oh my god. Jordan, you're on a guest account. Fuck off, Jordan. I don't like Jordan.
Afterlife, would you join me in tearing off his hand so he can no longer make Spanish noob posts? But really, dude, there are 4 threads explaining what spirit animals are. If you're too lazy to read, look for those, then I doubt you're ready to meet your animal at all.
I will gladly join you in that, and Nightheart, if you want to post that, make your own thread.
This is the original one. This is the original girl.
Shadow guides strike fear into you to make you do something, while other guides tell you over and over again till you finally listen. You might have had a weak connection, or it could be refusing to show itself. No demon or anything, just a guide. I repeat, just a guide.
My mother told me I would let the demon in if I meditated, lol, and I don't want to make a post, lol, too lazy, glomps afterlife, and now I'm on the hunt for the threads about spirit animals.
I misjudged their character. This is a child. Waffles away. Glomps chat.
Oh my god, chat! XD, long time no see! Thanks for watching my stream!
What is this? Right there.
Dude, seriously? You have to post that? No, you didn't. Stop spamming up this thread with your on nonsense.
Amber resolved the matter by stating the shadow figure was not a demon, but a shadow guide, and yet okay. The thread was from a member named Morgan who talked about how, while daydreaming in math class, she had found her spirit animal sitting on the back of a polar bear. Oh shit. Oh shit. This is all like 3 dudes at most.
It started in math class, my most hated subject.
Wait, no, hold on.
It started in math class, my most hated subject, figures. I had felt Ayla's presence by me, which was odd. I only really feel her presence before I go to sleep, or on some occasions when alone outside. So I just worked with the occasional doodle, mind you. But then I guess I daydreamed off. I was in the middle of the forest near a mountain. It was extremely weird, and I was there, where I'm never really let in to the forest, let alone put in the middle of it. I looked around to find Isla, and I found her perched on the back of a polar bear. She was in the middle of its broad shoulders. Hello, child, she said, licking her white paw. I didn't really listen to her. I just mumbled, hi, Isla. I walked up to the polar bear and touched its nose. He growled, but in a good-natured way, if that makes sense. I suddenly felt happy. I was lulled out of my daydream. The last image I saw of my spirit world was Isla's white head, and I couldn't help but being happy. When I looked at the clock, almost no time passed. It felt longer than it was. I still felt Isla's presence with me, but also a new feeling, colder one. Anyway, yep, that was math time's occurrence.
I think this is Jordan's alt. I think this is Jordan again. When Zach suggested that it was Jason, Abby cut in to reinforce the decree that Jason wasn't real and had been a figment of everyone's imagination. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Perhaps it was little Jason. Afterlife will gladly tell you Jason is not a demon. He just needs someone. It seems that your polar bear had Jason's personality as well, growling in a good-natured way. Try meditating tonight. Even if it is Jason, he's come to you for a reason. Spirit guides, though may be lonely, don't just wander from person to person, and Jason seems to appear more or less at a time of depression, fear, or anything in those categories. Good luck. Say hello to the polar bear in whatever aisle it is. I say hi, and then I wish you and them a good future.
Fucking Redstorm.
Redstorm, don't make me hit you. Jason isn't real. He was a imaginative creature of your subconscious. Try to Google the spirit totem of a polar bear. See if it fits into anything you're having troubles with.
Fucking Redstorm. Zach reminded her of what Jordan and Jessica had said about him. Jordan screeched once again that his precious little baby cub, whom he abandoned, wasn't a demon and was somehow not a spirit. Conceded grudgingly that some of Jason's attacks had been imaginary, presumably not his own experience, and whined that people were stupid.
Jason was not a demon, nor was he even a spirit. Yes, most attacks were imaginary. Yes, some were real. But I cannot stress enough how stupid some people are getting.
Oh, and Morgan said her polar bear's name was Cascade, but by that point, nobody cared.
Alright, so I know. Alright, so all I know is he goes by Cascade. He's stubborn. I couldn't get much info out of him. And Redstorm, I lies a white fennec.
Cool. So, what can be learned from this episode? Not a lot, other than the fact that an evil polar bear can do a lot to grip a bunch of teenagers' imaginations. Sadly, that was the only exciting thing that ever happened in the Spirit Animal Club, so there's not much else to write about after that. There are some chat logs discussing the incident years later, though Roy is another name Jordan went by, and to my knowledge, is not his real name. And on a oh, hold on, I'll read this. Hey, remember Spirit Animals and when fucking Jamie and Dan claimed to see each other? I remember trying to ban it very aggressively. Oh my god, I remember that. I also remember Jason in their fucking spirit worlds. Stop, we were so dumb and racist. What the fuck, lmao? Yeah, what do you mean racist? What did you guys do? What? Hello? What went on in this pro board?
Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.